It will definitely benefit you in all areas of your life. You want to be that person. You want to look after your family. You want to look after your friends. You're doing the work, the lift is not moving, and then one day the lift's going to shoot up to the 80th floor. But if you keep progressing, if you keep improving daily, you will actually reap the rewards eventually.
Henry Christian Jump.
And a new series came out for that one.
Wealthy or to prosper.
Cool, so my name is Jordan Young, I'm 27 and I'm an entrepreneur. The main thing that I do is business. I've currently got a company called London Lighting. We built that 5 years ago and we do a lot of production, music videos, commercials. You've probably seen a lot of our work. And then currently I'm building a new company called Find My Filmmaker, which connects filmmakers and clients. I'm all about business, I'm all about growth. That leads me into the 3 books that I have with me today. I'm gonna start by saying I'm not an avid reader, I'm not a book connoisseur. My whole approach with reading is I think it should open you up to more knowledge. So you should use the books that you have, use a bit of discernment, take it as a pinch of salt and use it to go and actually research more things. Atomic Habits by James Clear. This is an amazing book. Life is fast sometimes, life is a bit crazy, you're always striving for success. This sort of reminds you how to actually get that, and it's about making your habits compound. Each day, if you just get that 1% better, eventually it will pay off. Surrounded by Idiots by Thomas Erickson. This is an interesting book with an interesting title, but it's super important. A lot of the things you're gonna deal with in life are based on relationships, and this book will help you understand how to communicate with people. It'll help you understand people that are very different to you. Why you're not actually surrounded by idiots, you're just surrounded by people that are different to you. It's very simple. I know this one's gonna be a favorite. It's Rich Dad, Poor Dad. You've probably heard of it. If you're not a reader, then you may not have, but I think it's an amazing book because of the basic economics that it teaches you. If you are someone that cares about money, if you are someone that cares about building your future, this is a super good entry-level book. It gives you the basic fundamentals of what you need to understand, things like assets, liabilities, understanding cash flow, how to make your money actually work for you. So that's why I brought these 3 books. They've helped me at different parts in my life. I think we are too obsessed with big results instead of small consistency. So what we tend to chase is linear growth. We think that, cool, if we work every single day, it's like going upstairs. I've done this, I should take 1 more step. I should take 1 more step. And in 10 days, I should be here. Things don't really work like that. It's much more like being in a lift. You're doing the work, the lift is not moving, and then one day, the lift's gonna shoot up to the 80th floor. It's a lot more exponential than linear. And I feel like books like this remind you of that because they actually give you the systems behind things and the habits rather than chasing results. So if you chase trying to improve something every single day, that's a much better strategy than assuming that your work deserves this result by this day because you're just gonna be a lot more upset. They gives a really good analogy in the book talking about an ice cube that needs to melt. You've got an ice cube in the room, you need it to melt, and you're slowly gonna increase the temperature of the room by 1% increments. It's at 25 degrees, nothing happens. 26 degrees, nothing happens. 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, nothing happens across that whole time. Then you change it to 32 degrees and the ice starts to melt. It's only still that 1% incremental change, however, something happens now. It's not because of you changing it from 31 to 32, it's actually a result of all the work that came before it. So you need to understand that, yes, you're in a mode right now where you're not seeing the results, but if you keep progressing, if you keep improving daily, you will actually reap the rewards eventually. Timing is variable, you can't always control the results. Rich Dad, Poor Dad, simply because it was the first one I actually read. At the time that I read it, I was going through a difficult time in my life. It's the whole entry-level thing that I'm talking about. So I'm talking to anyone right now who's not an avid reader, who doesn't really understand the importance of reading, or even on a bigger concept, the importance of actually obtaining knowledge. When you read books, all you have to do is read 1 line and it will open up your mind to a whole world you didn't know actually existed. This is how you learn about other incomes. This is how you learn about helping yourself out of situations. This is how you actually can improve in life. There's gonna be something in here that's gonna resonate with you. I also think that if you are not an avid reader, you should start where books are simple. Rich Dad, Poor Dad for me was 100% the best book that I've read. So I think that the Mandem should read these books because at the end of the day, we are very focused on self-improvement. At the end of the day, most men that I know are very ambitious. You want to be that person. You want to look after your family. You want to look after your friends. You want to be the guy. The only way to be the guy is to have knowledge. Is to understand principles that you aren't gonna learn at school, that your parents might not be able to teach you, that you're not gonna see from playing games or going out with the Mandem. Like, you need to be reading. And if you don't like reading, then you need to be listening to podcasts, or you need to be doing something that is gonna open up your mindset is very, very important. There's multiple things that I've read in each of these books. I'm talking single lines or single chapters that have helped me profoundly. That's why the Mandem need to be reading these books. You want to read like a different variation of books. This book is about money, finance, like actually helping you grow in that sort of area. Whereas this book is a lot more about communication and a lot more about understanding relationships. Whereas this book is a lot more about self-improvement and self-development. Regardless of where you are in your life or what you want to achieve, you can actually take these books and combine it to you. You have to understand discernment. You have to understand taking things with a pinch of salt and actually applying the principles to your own life. I can't stress how much it will help you by just picking up a book and reading it. It might be difficult. Set a little task of doing 10 pages a day, get through it, take notes on bits that you really find are profound, and yeah, it will definitely benefit you in all areas of your life. I feel like I'd be open to reading a bit into more biographies, autobiographies, stories about people that I actually respect, stories about people that I think are interesting. And also I feel like as young men, we should try and read books by women, for women, books that give you a bit of better understanding of the opposite sex, because you know they're a bit, like it's a bit different, innit? It's a bit hard to understand them. And I feel like the only way we can do that is by getting an unbiased opinion and actually seeing from their perspective. So yeah, I might sit here and look like I have it all figured out and speak calmly and yeah, but that's not true. It's been difficult for me. I've gone through a lot of things in my life and I've made countless amount of mistakes. One of the reasons I feel like the Mandem need things like books, and I needed things like books, was because of the lack of role models in our environment sometimes. It's not always easy to know where to go to ask certain questions. It's not always easy to know what to do in certain situations. Picking up a book, reading a personal memoir from someone that's actually been there, done that and wore the t-shirt is a very, very good way for you to actually avoid making some of these mistakes. There's certain things I wish I read earlier. There's certain things I wish I saw in times when I was really going through something that I looked at after and I was just like, oh, that would have saved me a lot. Don't wait to have to learn from someone's mistakes. Like, go, read, check out some of these things, and yeah, man, it will definitely change your life, 100%. So that's my sort of wrap up on what's the Mandem been reading. Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Surrounded by Idiots, and Atomic Habits. I'd please recommend, check them out, actually read them for yourselves. They're very, very good books. If you want to know more about me or my companies, you can find me on Jordan Young across all socials, whether that's Instagram, TikTok, and right now I'm building my YouTube up, so definitely check me out there. And yeah, if you ever need a videographer, photographer, anything like that, check out Find My Filmmaker, because we're going to be very big very soon. So yeah, thank you. Anything else? Anything else? Calm.